All right, I'm pretty excited about this one, guys. This is the all-new 2026 Ozark 26KB. And this is an amazing family travel trailer. You have the bunks right back here. You get excellent dining space that slides out. You have a sofa across from a TV with a televator. Nice big bedroom up front. It really has everything that you want all in one. So let's start right back here with the bunks, right? So the thing I really like about this one is it kind of has like this Picasso design on it. Now, yes, if you obviously you're gonna put a sheet on it at some point, but the fact that they actually took the time to cover it in something else, I think is pretty great. You will also see the bottom bunk right here. This does fold up. It is strut supported, so it can fold up just like so, giving you access to all of that underneath. So, you know, if you wanna put it up like this and put like a bike or something in there, you can do that, or whatever else you need to store in there while you're traveling down the road. Love, love, love the storage options. Now, right over here is going to be our control panel. Let's see a couple different things. One is the JBL sound system. This is Bluetooth capable. You have speakers both inside and outside, so you can connect to both of those. And then you will see here, obviously you have your tank monitoring panel, water pump, your lights. You also have dimmable blade lights that are all the way throughout, right? You can see these kind of along the ceiling here. You can dim those down, be able to set the mood, do what you want. And then of course your slide and awning controls will be here as well. You will have a window up top there as well as a light. Of course you have USB ports right here too, as you'd expect, both USB A and C. Now as we take a look back in the bathroom, there's a lot of things I really like about this. So if we take a look at the mirror, right? Look at this. They kind of have like this really angular mirror. This is something that manufacturers normally just aren't doing. It's just normally a square or a rectangle. I love that they took the time for things like this. You can see it's backlit as well. You have a decorative wall board behind that too. And then you kind of get into the countertops, almost like a concrete look to it. I think they did a fantastic job there. Everything blends seamlessly. Nice bright wood on here. Good storage underneath there, plus over to the side. And they even built this in, which is cool because most manufacturers wouldn't have done that. They would have left it blank. But they know that storage is always at a premium in a travel trailer, and so they built this in just to give you a little bit extra. Now, right here on the wall, you can kind of see they did like a board and batten, which I really like. It kind of gives it like a little bit of like, you know, 3D feel, little texture there. You also have these towel hooks that can drop down just like so. And then you have a tankless water heater in here too, electrical outlet just like you'd expect. And if I take a seat on the toilet, I have more than enough legroom and shoulder space here too. And just to give you a point of reference, I'm about, I am 6 foot, about 215. A little lighter, about 213 currently. But anyway, stepping into the shower here, you can see the skylight. Something that I really like about the Ozark is the tall ceilings. If you're a taller person, this is an awesome travel trailer. I mean, at 6 foot, look how much space I have here in the shower. That is not a problem at all. I can turn, I can shower, I can do everything I need to do. And when I step down again, look at that ceiling height, right? It doesn't feel closed in. It doesn't feel claustrophobic. If you plan on spending a lot of time in your camper, tall ceilings definitely help, and this one has them. Now, as we take a look over to this side, this is going to be our slide out right here. You have a jackknife style sofa with great easy access storage underneath. You can put bins, whatever else you want in there. Makes it super simple to get into. Big window there, love the window treatments. Storage over here to this side too. Now, as you're sitting on the sofa, right? Directly across, down below, this is something that you normally don't see. Take a look at this. You have a fireplace right here. The thing I love about this is not only does it look nice, right? But more importantly is that this kicks out heat. So I don't want it on today because, well, it's like 90 degrees out. But if it's a chilly morning or a cool evening and you want to turn that on, it is going to blow right here, right where you're sitting. It is super close. It does a great job of just taking the chill off here in that space. And so I really think it's cool that they put that in there. I think this was super well thought out. Now you'll see you have space for 2 here at the table. But what if the kids want to join? Well, that's not a problem because the table pulls out and now you have space for 4. So again, very good design, excellent thinking. And if we take a look right up top here, yes, you have spot for extra plates, for food, whatever else we need to go up here. But as we're sitting in the sofa, we probably don't want to stare at people eating. We want to watch TV. Well, they thought of that too. So as you can see right here, well, this one's just a cardboard TV because this is the first model that they made. But during production, you can see that you can have a big old TV right here as well. And I love that this is on a televator. One of the things that I think really stands out as far as a televator, because they actually made this one, right? This was not every other televator you see. This was built specifically for Ozark, but the thing that I like about it is that it is flush mount. Pretty much every other one, it's gonna have a lip that goes over and then it's raised, and it just makes this space not very usable. But by being flush, you can utilize all this space. I think that is super awesome. Huge windows on the campsite, I may add. Look at how much light that lets in. You also have shelves up above it for glassware, mugs, whatever else you want to put up here. It's lit, so it's nice and bright. You have this divider. I think this is cool too. It creates separation of space from the living area to the kitchen. You have, even though you have, the uniformity in like that same kind of concrete looking countertop, this helps split the room. Because it's a thermoformed countertop, it allows them to undermount the bowl. You have the high-rise two-tone faucet that just blends in seamlessly, looks great with the pulls here. When I open that up, you can see that you have a drawer, right? You always have to have a drawer in the kitchen, in my opinion, in order to make it functional. Little bit of space over to this side, plus right back here, you have some more space, electrical outlet right above that. If that's not enough, right over here you have 2 more electrical outlets. If you need to plug in a coffee maker or anything like that, you can. You also have, just like we had in the bathroom, you have a couple of drop-down towel racks right there too. And if we come over a little bit further, we get into the hood, right? The cool thing about this hood is it's actually a false front. So if I open this up, you can see a microwave in here, and then down underneath is going to be your actual hood. But why I like this so much is because this isn't a super pretty combination, right? It's not what we really want to see, but this right here looks amazing. It's functional. I think this was just a killer idea. Coming around to this side, we see a spice rack there. Dropping down, we get into the 3-burner cooktop with the oven underneath. And if we open this up, you have nice big pots and pan storage right down there that oftentimes is going to be lacking in an RV. Now, if we make our way back across kind of into that slide, check out the door, right? It's not just a plain door. They actually have a design built in. Everything is going to be kind of seamless and functional. You see that you have pantry space, plus an additional pull-out drawer space in here. You have nice big space underneath, so if you have a trash can, you can put it in there. And right over to the side, you have this big kind of pantry area for like a Swiffer wet jet or a broom or something else you want to put in there. But you also have hanging space. That's something that is oftentimes, again, super lacking in an RV. You can come in, you can hang stuff right there if you have jackets. Or if you want to hang hats. If you want, you can hang hats or jackets right here. Right? You have so many places to hang things in this RV, and it's something, again, that I normally do not see. Another reason I just love what they're doing here with Ozark for the 2026 model year. You'll see great cold storage in there, plenty of room for all your beverages and food and everything else you need. And then when we step into the bedroom, look at that. You get the VersaTilt bed system. You can see how this comes up. Now, not only does this make it like better for reading at night, but more importantly, it makes it super easy to be able to get around the base of the bed. So even from this side, I can walk around the bed nice and easy. A few other things I want to point out. One, you probably can't really see it, but right over here is a step. So if you have a 4-legged friend that camps with you, well, it makes it a little bit easier for them to be able to climb up here and join you in bed if you want them to. You can see electrical outlets, USB ports. You'll have it on both sides. The one side even has shelves for a CPAP machine. So if you're like me, sleep with a CPAP, you can put it right over there, no problem. Again, decorative wallboard along the headboard, love that. We have storage up top. You have storage over on the side. This is going to be wardrobe storage here, so you have a place that you can hang shirts. And then right here at the foot of the bed, take a look at this. Right, you kind of have this nice angular doorway. They didn't just keep it plain. I think that's really cool. And once again, there's a spot to mount a TV here. Connections for that will be right up on the ceiling. And underneath, you have even more places to hang things. All right, let's take a look at the outside of the 2026 Ozark 26KB. Starting off right up front here, you have a standard tongue jack. You also have 2 20-pound propane tanks and rails for your battery right behind that. You can see a little bit further back is going to be your battery disconnect. You can simply flip that and it will kill all power to the coach. If we take a look here, you can see the rock guard right up front protecting the front end. Up above that, you have the smooth aluminum front, which not only looks great, but is also nice and easy to clean. And when we talk about about aluminum, come around to this side because I love the aluminum on the Ozark here. This is what they call the retro style, right? It's an upgraded aluminum over your standard. It's actually going to be thicker, so it has less chance of getting damaged. Beyond that, it just looks a whole heck of a lot nicer than what your standard aluminum does. If we take a look at the pass-through, you will see that it has a magnetic catch, and sorry, not pass-through, but front storage, right? So it doesn't go all the way through, but it is still a nice big front storage compartment. Another thing I do want to mention on the aluminum, if you take a look at the bottom, you see how this kind of folds down here too, right? I do like that. It's a really nice look, a very complete look as we kind of, take a look from the side of the coach. Also up top is going to be the power awning. You can see that that has your LED light strip there as well, lighting up everything out here, which is fantastic. And also under the awning is one of my favorite things, and that's a fridge. That's right, whether you want to put condiments out here or more likely beverages, man, on a hot day like today, if that thing was full of some water, that would be great. Something ice cold right now, whew, could definitely go for it. You'll also see right here is a mount for a TV. Cool thing about this, right, is inside when we saw that TV on the televator, I didn't mention this, but if you unhook it, you can actually lift that right up off the mount. You can carry it out here and drop it right there. It has the exact same mount style, which is cool. If you want to buy a separate TV, you can, but then of course, you're gonna have to have a place to carry it and everything. So I do like the fact that they made it so you can just take that one right out. You also see your freshwater tank fill is going to be right here. Underneath that is your outside shower with hot and cold water access. It's pretty rare to have an outside shower on this side. So I do like that it's on the campsite here, especially if you're gonna be like washing dishes or filling water balloons. I don't know how you'd fill it with an outside shower, but whatever you may be using the water for, the fact that you can do it right there again just makes it a whole heck of a lot more convenient. We talked about that JBL sound system inside. You have one speaker here, one on the other side of the door there as well. So again, you can sit outside underneath your awning listening to music, watching TV, drinking a cold beverage. That sounds like camping to me. You will also see the entrance. You get a nice big grab handle here as well as the MORryde step above steps. You have aluminum treads on there, so they're not gonna rust. Of course, this top one is nice and big there as well. These just fold up into the camper when not in use. Making our way around to the back, you will see that this one has the bumper there, so depending on your sewer hose, you may be able to stick it in there. And if we take a look up top, you will see not only your backup camera prep, which makes it nice, easy plug and play installation, but also the ladder prep, so you can buy the on-the-go ladder and be able to climb up onto the fully walkable roof. On the utility side, there's a couple things I want to talk about too. Cable inlet's going to be located here. Your low point drain will be right down underneath. Termination's going to be up a little ways. And as we come back up, you'll see both your city water inlet as well as a black tank flush, making washing out your black tank nice and easy. 30 amp detachable power cord will plug right into that. Another thing I do want to mention is underneath, this one does have a fully enclosed underbelly, but the cool thing about this is it's going to be in sections rather than one huge piece. So if you need to access anything, you can just drop a section out rather than having to cut a hole, then either replacing the whole thing or patching it up. So definitely a much better system. You'll see you do have a second termination right up front here, so just keep that in mind as you are hooking up your sewer connections. And then that tankless water heater is going to be located right there, so you have on-demand hot water. Now, if you're saying, Ian, where can I get one of these and how much is it? I completely understand. And what I've done is I put a link in the description that will give you that exact information. Click on that link. It will show you the unit that is closest to you and exactly how much it is. Thanks for watching, folks. I'm Ian Baker, and we'll see ya.